Welcome back, guys, and we are going to get started with working some examples together for when the vertex is inside the circle, when it's not at the center and not on. We will probably get to some where we do an inscribed or two just to have some more practice. Okay, so now find the measure of the arc or angle indicated. Assume that the lines that appear tangent are tangent. Well, we don't have to worry about that with number one. I'm sorry some of our circles look a little wonked. Okay, so we're looking for an angle measure here. We have our arc and our arc. The center of our angle, or vertex rather, of our angle is not the center of the circle, and it's not on the circle. So our formula is simply that the arc captured by the angle and captured by its vertical angle divided by 2 equals our angle measure. Okay, so now I'm going to add those together. 140 plus 60 is going to be 200 divided by 2 equals x. 100 degrees equals x. Let's look at another one. Again, here is the angle in question. The vertex is not the center and it's not on. 125 degrees is the arc that it captures. Its vertical angle is K, and it captures this 57-degree arc. We're going to divide by 2, and that's going to equal our angle measure. So once again, I get 182 divided by 2. I'm already thinking about 91 degrees equals x. Okay, let's look at some more situations. Now here my vertex is actually on. So the nice thing about this is it's going to have the same formula as an inscribed angle. And remember, with an inscribed angle, the vertex is also on the circle, and it has a formula that it equals half the arc. Half the arc that it has captured. So we're looking at this arc right here that has been captured by this angle. So I know that 128, that's the arc, divided by 2 in order to get half of it, equals that angle measure of 15x plus 4. Then I can start dividing. This is going to be 64. Subtract 4 from both sides. Divide by 15 on both sides. I have the value of 4 equals x. Let's take a look at number 4. Okay, I have my angle right here that contains my x. This is the the arc that is captured by the angle. M is my vertical angle. And that's the arc captured by the, I'm sorry, my work is going to be gone this time now, but I want to go back to this one. Remember here, we just had 128 divided by 2. That's 15x plus 4. And it was just when the vertex is on. So it equals 1/2 of the arc. Okay, so I'm here, captured arc, vertical angle with the captured arc. So I'm going to add my arcs together, divide by 2, and it equals my angle measure. Okay, so 185 plus 55. What are we getting here? 185 plus 55 is 240 divided by 2. Okay, that's 120. Okay. All right, let's look at another one. Now x is on the arc. Here's my x, and I'm looking for it to be part of the value for this arc. This is the angle that captures that arc. This is the vertical angle. So here's the other arc. I'm still just going to follow the formula. I'm going to have my arc that I'm looking for plus the other arc divided by 2 equals my 120-degree angle. I'm going to clear my fraction, and I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have 28x plus 72 equals 240. Subtract 72 from both sides. 28x equals 168. Divide by 28 on both sides, and x equals 6. All right, let's take a look at the one here. My x is in the angle measure as well as on the arc. We're just ramping it up a little bit. We're still just going to follow the formula. So this is the arc, contains the x, the vertical angle, here's the other arc. I'm going to add these together. I'm going to add my 148 plus my 24x plus 4 divided by 2, and that's going to equal my 37x plus 1. Now here's the thing, when I clear my fraction and I multiply by 2, I have to make sure that I distribute. So let's first take a look and simplify my numerator. I'm going to have 24x plus 152 equals 2 times this whole amount of 37x plus 1. So I end up with 24x plus 52 equals 74x plus 2. Okay, I subtract 24x from both sides, giving me 50x here. Subtract 2 from both sides. I'm sorry, this is a 152. And I end up with 150. Divide by 50 on both sides. And I get x equals 3. So when we have more than one term and we're multiplying to clear the denominator, we have to make sure that we distribute to all the terms on the other side. Let's look at a few more examples. And again, we're just going to ramp these up a little bit. Okay, so I have an angle that's interior. My vertex is inside, not at the center, not on, so it's going to be arc plus arc divided by 2. It's going to equal my angle measure. Okay, I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 2 to clear my fraction. I'm also going to combine my like terms. So I end up with 39x plus 16 equals 250. 39x, subtract my 16 from both sides. Divide by 39, and I find out that x equals 6. Okay. My x is here. This is my angle I'm looking at. The x is in the angle and on the arc. I'm just going to follow the formula. My arc plus my arc divided by 2, the whole thing, equals my angle measure. Okay, so I know that I'm going to have 26x plus 56 equals, don't forget, 2 times 19 plus x plus 4. We would have to distribute this amount. Make sure we're doing this. So I end up with 26x plus 56 equals 38x plus 8. combine my like terms. So when I subtract 8 from both sides, I get 48. Subtract 26x from both sides, and I end up with 12x. Divide by 12, 4 equals x. Set up some more and work them. My arc plus my arc divided by 2 equals my angle. Well, I can just go ahead, if you notice on the right-hand side, I don't have any variables or anything, so I can just add those together. 177 plus 75, that equals 252 divided by 2. I end up with 126 equals 12x plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. Divide by 12. All right, let's take a look at this one. I'm going to add my arc plus my arc, divide by 2 equals my angle measure. Notice there are two terms over here, so I'm going to have to distribute. So I'm going to have my 9x plus 118 equals, so when I distribute, 15x times 2 is going to be 30x. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. I like to have my x terms at the front. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's see, subtract 9x from both sides. It gives me 26x over here. Add 8 to both sides. That gives me 126 over here. Divide by 21x. I was thinking about my 26 there. 21x. Divide both sides by 21. I get 6 equals x. This one is another inscribed. We look at the 11 and 12, and I have inscribed. Not inscribed, angle on, or vertex on, let's say. Vertex on circle has the same formula as inscribed. Okay, so that means that my 2x plus 105 is going to equal 210 divided by 2, half of my arc measure. Okay, so then I end up with 2x equals 0 and x equals 0, which makes sense. 105 is half of that. Over here, my setup is going to be that my 55, my arc, we'll skip that one, guys. It was just arc divided by 2. If I have time, I'll come back to it. Let's look at these. And we're just going to set these up, and then you'll solve. This one would be 17x minus 3 plus 70 divided by 2 equals 12x plus 2. When you solve, you should find out that x equals 9, but it says find the measure of angle UTB. So that means you have to take your UTB, which is your 12x plus 2, and you're going to plug your 9 in. Okay, and that's how you end up with 110 degrees. Over here, vertex is on the angle, so your angle, vertex is on the circle, is equal to the arc divided by 2. So remember, you're going to distribute. And when you solve, you find out that x equals 10, but you have to find the measure of angle ABC. So you're going to plug this into your 8x plus 15. Eight times 10 is 80. 80 plus 15, 95 degrees. Okay, and let's see. Down here we have the same types of situations. Guys, I want you to just know that your x equals 8 and x equals 2.